Yeah, and I mean, it hasn't helped that the big narrative from these two games has been missed chances and sort of perpetuated that Arsenal need a new striker. That's been
Yeah.
the talk online.
I think that's
First of
been
all,
the
do
last
you?
2 years, hasn't it? I mean, I think the most
Yeah.
conversation we've had for Arsenal, if you talk about Arsenal, is a striker. So I'm sure that's still the case. I mean, look, I don't think they're going to bring anyone in the transfer window, this one, because it's really difficult to get the right players, and you just don't want to go out and spend money for the sake of it. But certainly in the summer, they've got to really put all their attentions on attacking players. I think the defence is very solid now. They've got lots of cover there in defence, and now it's all about attacking going forward because they're running out of players. Really, Jesus is out now. Obviously, he looks like he's done the ACL, so he's out for another 9 months. And you really rely on Havertz because a lot of the other players are gone. Nketiah is gone, and all them sort of guys. So that is certainly an area where Mikel Arteta is desperate to bring someone in. And again, it's a lot easier to probably sign players in the summer than it is probably in January.
But do you know, is their hand not forced now with that Jesus injury, especially? Is their hand not forced to go out and get someone this month, even
Well,
if
this
it's
is where
not?
they get paid lots of money, all these directors of football, and they'll be scouring the well probably, saying who's available. Can we get? I don't know if they've had enough loans, or they can get another loan. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of it all. You've got the fair play, which is good for football, really, because it gives everybody a level playing field, a little bit easier than over the past years. But yeah, it's desperate, really. It's desperate times for another attacker because they've got lots of injuries. I know they can play a false number nine. Trossard can play there. They've got Havertz at the moment, but you're certainly missing. As I said before, many a times, if you had Henry in this side, they'd have a chance, definitely a good chance of maybe winning the league last year and maybe this year.
Yeah, I think any team with Henry in would have a good chance of
Yeah,
winning the league.
well, yes, well, maybe Alan Shearer even, and Alan Shearer or something like that.
Well, I mean, do any names come to mind for you? Who do you think would be the best option, whether this month or the summer? Who would be the best option for that
Who's
striker?
out there? I don't know. I really don't know who's out there. I mean, I don't know what contracts people are on. I don't know how the clubs are looking. You've got to really be looking at players who've probably got a year left on their contract or a year and a half maybe, and try and force their arm and force the club to maybe think about selling them because if they don't sign another contract, then they get good money for them, sort of thing. So that's how they got. But I don't know what players' contracts are up and whatever. But that's where they've got to really the scouting network's got to be very important. They've got to know every single player around Europe who's available, who they can get, and if they're going to be good enough and can improve the team. That's the big question as well because you can bring another body in, but if he doesn't make an impact or is not got better than what you've got or that sort of what is the point? So you've got to make sure, and that's why it's a difficult window January because a lot of the best players are probably not available till the summer, where they can look at it and go from there. But again, the Premier League can't stand still. You've got to keep pushing and trying to bring a couple of players in to liven the dressing room up, maybe, and all that sort of stuff. And that's where Mikel Arteta and his team behind the scenes have got to work really hard to try and see who's available because before you know it, it'll be in February and the window's closed, and you've just got to go with the players you've got.